Minnesota. We do business here in Moorhead in our convenience stores. We have 15 sites throughout northern Minnesota, and 2 of which are border city stations, one being right here in Moorhead, the last exit before Fargo, and one being in East Grand Forks. So specifically, some of my questions today have to do with the proposed cigarette tax increase and how the legislature plans to compete or have the border state businesses who sell tobacco compete. Depending on what numbers you look at, 20 to 25, maybe 30% of our customer base are tobacco users. And right now we're 79 cents higher per pack than North Dakota. And I can tell you from our numbers, because I have 15 sites to look at, that we're just absolutely decimated already in these 2 sites. If we raise cigarettes another $1 to $1.50 per pack, we will lose all of those customers. And it's not just the tobacco customers and the tobacco sales off to that very slim margin. My concern is being the last exit in many of the other retailers, whether they're grocery stores, liquor stores, or other convenience stores in Moorhead, and all those border states or cities as well are going to be facing the same problem. And so when you lose those tobacco customers, those guys that come in, gals come in every single morning, get their coffee, their pop, they buy their car washes, if you will. We're all of a sudden looked at running a business on 75%, 60% of our customer base, and that's pretty tough to do. We're already fighting North Dakota who has a more favorable gas tax rate and whatnot. And I just have great concern of the economic viability of some of those sites if we were to take that giant step. And so I guess that's the main crux of my question. And I'm also wondering if you've ever considered helping out those border cities specifically if you were to impose a cigarette tax. For instance, right now on the gas tax, it's graduated if you're within that closed zone to North Dakota. Has a legislature considered, at least for these folks that are going to lose that everyday customer? I mean, I'm not worried about somebody driving from Walker every morning to Fargo to get their smokes because they're $1.50 more a pack. But certainly, all these folks that are doing business here within 5 to 10 miles of border, it's going to happen. So I guess it's a long question.
No, it's very articulately spoken, and I appreciate you being polite, respectful about your concerns, and much more so than some of the people I've heard from elsewhere about this issue. And I say this with all respect. The purpose of raising the cigarette tax, if that's what we do, it's not to raise revenue. It's frankly to try to eliminate all of your tobacco customers. To try to, the goal is to provide a strong disincentive for young people to start smoking, and for people who are now smoking, give them the incentive to quit smoking. And I smoked for 8 years when I was 19 to 27. I know how hard it is to quit, and so I'm under no illusions that we're going to accomplish that objective of getting everybody to stop smoking. But that's the purpose of this, and that's the reason, even though it's overall a regressive tax. And in the past, I haven't supported it. The health experts, including our Commissioner of Health, have persuaded me that the health benefits economically, but also the health and well-being of our citizens is the reason to go ahead. The legislature, we recently got 3 excellent legislators here, and others before have been very sensitive, and as are other senators along the North Dakota and the South Dakota borders in terms of the cost differential. And if people go across the river and buy their cigarettes in Fargo for whatever less the tax difference is obviously undermining the intent of our raising the tax at all, because they can just go over there and not be affected by it. So we talked earlier with the mayor and the legislative leaders about the border city legislation in general, and I've been around so long that I was involved when that was originally put in place in 1983, and it's been continuing since then, and it needs to be updated, especially given North Dakota's economic advantages now. But I think that's something that if we do go ahead with the cigarette tax, should definitely be a part of that. And you give your name and phone number to Sarah. Raise your hand so we can see. This is Sarah. So I ask you to give your name and phone number to Sarah, and then we can welcome your input and run things by you, because try to come up with something that'll work. I should give you all too, I'll give you my home phone number, which I pass out because I really do want to hear directly about things like this. So, you know, you got ideas, suggestions, problems, especially if you see them in advance of their developing, then give me a call. It's 651-201-3468. 651-201-3468. It's my home number. The governor's residence. I live along with 2 German shepherds, and they don't know how to answer the phone, so you get security, you get me. And I really welcome your comments, suggestions, problems, whatever. Thank you.